Hi, it's Barbara again from Miller's Floral Design. Today I'm going to show you how to do a door knocker with all like fresh foliage. So firstly you need the wreath frame like this. You twist the wire onto the actual frame itself. Then you use this lovely moss. Some people love it, some hate it, but it smells really earthy. So what you've got to do is just tease the moss apart. And then what you need to do then is roll it so it comes nice and tight, and then you pop it onto the wreath frame, and then you bind it on with the bobbin wire. You've got to pull it really tight because as it dries out, you don't want anything falling off it. So again, like I'm going to roll it up, get hold of it, and push it up against the other so there's no gaps in the moss at all. So what you're doing, you're moulding it on with your left hand, or your right hand if you're left-handed. And all you're doing is moulding it with this hand and pulling it really, really tight. So there's no holes in it and you're getting it really, really tight. I'm doing this because we're hoping to do a Zoom wreath making, so you can zoom, to keep you safe from the virus. I'll be talking you through it, and then you can make your own in your own home. So that's the sort of thickness you want. Now we're just going to speed it up now so that you don't get bored with this. Right, so that's the mossing out of the way. As you probably noticed, I went round it and then finally I went round it again and pulled it really, really tight. I can't stress enough, it's got to be really tight and even all the way around. So now we're just going to pause it while I just clear this up and then we can get on to the next stage. Right, so for the next stage we're going to attach the foliage. I always tend to use moss for the simple reason it keeps a lot of moisture in there and it keeps the foliage nice and fresh. We're going to use eucalyptus, lovely variegated ivy, some spruce, and as you notice they're all different textures. So you've got nice shiny, rough textures, silvery textures. We've got capressus, which is that. And then we've got the lovely contorted willow. This is out of my garden. The leaves are just all fallen off, but that gives a lovely texture. But you'll see me go through that. And then I'm going to add some cones into it. I like the quite natural look. So I'm going to wire these cones now, and then I can put them in as I go along. So all you do is the cones is take the wires straight through and then just twist it quite tightly. You twist it, turn the cone, and then that gets it really, really tight. So that's that. So I'll start off, but again, what we'll do, we'll speed it up and then it's not too boring for you. What we are going to do, as I said before, we are going to do a Zoom meeting. So if you want to make one of these, I will show you each stage. You'll carry on and I can watch you doing it, so it keeps you safe from, we can have a nice glass of mulled wine because we don't have to drive then, do we? And a nice mince pie. So firstly, stabbing the reel wire and then just take it over once. So then we're going to start with the different types of foliage. I'm going to start with the spruce. You just put it onto the top of the moss and bind it on, like so. So then I'll vary the foliage. I'm going to do the capressus because that's nice and it goes around the outside edge. And making sure that you do get things to the outside edge, because obviously if you're at a front door and you look at it that way, you don't want to see all the moss, you want to see nice foliages. So we've got that. So we're starting off now really nice and tight. I'm going to put some of this lovely eucalyptus in. This smells gorgeous. This will dry out a little bit, but I think it still looks nice when it's dried, the eucalyptus, and it smells gorgeous. So then we've got a couple of different types of foliage in there. And you basically just go right the way around, but make sure that you line it on top of each other so you don't see any gaps. I'm going to put another bit of, I love the spruce. It smells lovely as well. So now I'm going to put a piece of the variegated holly in. It's best to prepare all your bits at night, you know, lengths about that sort of length. Then we're going to lie that on the top. And then go around. And then I think I'm going to put a bit of contorted willow in. I love this. This gives like a 3D look. But you have to like wind it in between the willow. My husband, this is growing really wild in the garden. He was going to trim it down. Nearly killed him. So now we're going to put a bit more of the cupressus around the outside. This lasts really well. And this is why I haven't done it earlier than this on the video, because if you do it too early, obviously it's going to dry out. So that's why I've left it till now to do it. Then we're going to put one of the cones in. Place that in as we go along. Bit more of the spruce. So I'll just hold it up so you can see it developing now. So we're going to probably speed it up now because it can be a bit boring just watching me rabbiting on. So we'll speed it up and I'll get on with it. Right, so as you can see, it's getting nice and full now. So I'll just carry on going round just to finish that side off. But as you can see, I've filled at the side as well, so you can get like that 3D look. Some more of this beautiful. Oh, I love the smell of that. I love doing these, but it doesn't have to kill your hands when you're doing lots of them. What I do at night. I just, before I go to bed, I put my hands in Dettol and go to bed smelling a Dettol. And my husband says, "What's that smell?" But believe it or not, in the morning, they're just like new again. Well, not quite like new. The thing is with the spruce as well, it's kind of got a bit of a sap on it, and it does get into all your hands, but hey ho, we'll never have nice hands. I'm going to put another bit of the lovely hazel in. Now what you can do, you can either, I can make you one of these, or like I said, you can have a go yourself. We sell all the stuff you need to make one. If you do the Zoom, what we'll do, we'll put a little kit together. We'll put all the green you'll need, all the spruce you'll need, the wreath frame. You can request, I think what I would be better doing is probably mossing the base for you, because that's the most difficult part. And that's what actually keeps it all together. And if I'm not there to help you with that, it might be as well if I moss them for you. Or you can just ring up and order one, and we'll gladly make you one. When you're hanging them to the door, you can get hooks that hook over your door. I was going to knock a nail in, but my husband's a joiner and he wasn't too impressed when I said that. The other thing you can do is kind of tie a ribbon around it to over the top of your door and tie it inside. That's another way of fixing it. As you see, it's taking shape now. Put some more oranges in. I've gone for the very natural look with dried oranges, pine cones, but literally you can have it whatever colour you want. We can do it to match your tree. I'll show you in a minute a few bits and bobs I've brought to show you. Let's get some more holly in here. This holly is really nice as well. Not any berries, but you know what? I'm not bothered about berries. I think it looks nice with the variegated edge. And then don't forget, you have to fill on the inside of it as well. So we'll get that piece of green going on the inside. And what you can do, you can just finish it with a lovely big red bow. I haven't brought any red ribbon home with me today, but could do. I think I put another orange slice in. You can tell it's Christmas when the orange slices come in. So now I'm just trying to finish it off and make it rounded here. So you can just see that. Put that. And we always, when we make our door wreaths, we always back them with like a bin bag. I did forget, unfortunately, I forget to get a bin bag to do that with. But if you do the Zoom with me, I'll show you how to do it. Or if you're getting it off us anywhere, you're buying your wreath off us, it will be backed anywhere. I'm just putting the final pieces in now. I'm going to just snap that off. And then that bit just stabs back into the wreath. Like so. So that's kind of, let's just get rid of this rubbish and then we can see what we're doing. So that's kind of the finished thing. I'm not quite sure whether I've got that, Clive. So that's the natural type of wreath, but like I said, we can do anything in these. I'll show you a few bits and bobs we've got here. Got these lovely little baubles, lovely colours. I'll just show you against it and then you can see, you can do that sort of thing to give it a bit of shine. And also we've got lotus heads which have got a bit of glitter on, if you like a little bit of glitter on. So basically you can do anything, any colours you want. So reiterating, you can do a Zoom with us, but I must know before this week, which is what date are we now? Before Monday, the 30th of November. Give us a ring, book on it. It's £45 to do the course. Pay me over the phone, I'll get the pack ready. You can either collect it from the back door contactlessly, or we can deliver it to you if you're shielding, so that's not a problem. But it's quite nice, if you have been shut up all this time, it's nice to be able to see somebody and chat. So that's the door knocker.